This lesson we're going to look at laws of indices, but this time with brackets. So if you can get your title, grade and date into your books, let's have a quick look at how to do these. So here, our first question, we've got 3x to the power of 5 inside some brackets. And then on the outside, we've got a little squared. Now, when we square something, we times it by itself. So basically what that means in this scenario is that we are going to do whatever is inside the bracket, so 3x to the power of 5, times by itself, so times 3x to the power of 5. Now for this, just like when we did the multiplication lesson a couple of days ago, we would do 3 times 3, because these are just normal numbers that we can times together, so 9. And then when we've got x to the power 5 times x to the power 5, if you remember from a couple of days ago, when we multiply numbers or letters with powers, we simply add the powers. So 5 plus 5 gives us 10. So our final answer to this is just 9x to the power of 10. For the next question, we've got the same idea, but here we've got a slightly larger power. So now we've got 4x to the power of 8 in the brackets, and on the outside to the power of 5. Now remember, power of 5 means you are going to multiply something by itself 5 times over. So this simply means that we are going to do 4x to the power of 8 times by 4x to the power of 8. We're going to do this so that we've got the same thing, this 4x to the power of 8, 5 times, because that's what the power of 5 means. So we've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now for this, I'm going to say that if you are going to struggle, which on some of the questions you might do with the multiplication, I'm more than happy for parts of this, when you really need to, if you wanted to use a calculator. For the letter part, we're going to do the exact same thing as we did a couple of days ago. So x to the power of 8 times x to the power of 8 and so on. So we're just going to add together the powers. So here, this would give us x to the power of, so we've got 8, 16, 24, 32 and 40. So x to the power of 40. To do the bits at the front, we just multiply the number together. So we would do 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, which, if you want, you can do on a calculator to give you an answer of 1024. Remember, you're multiplying it by 4. It's not 6 lots of 4. For the final question, here we can do it also with more than one letter inside the bracket. So for this one, this would simply mean that it gives us 3 a to the power 3 b squared multiplied by the same thing again, so 3 a to the power 3 b squared times 3 a to the power 3 b squared. Now for this one, that would mean we did 3 times 3, which is 9, times 3 again, so 27. We do the letters separately, so a to the power 3 times a to the power 3 times a to the power 3. Remember, we add the powers together, so this would give us a to the power of 9. And then we do for the b's, b to the power 2 times b to the power 2 times b to the power 2 again. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6, therefore giving us b to the power of 6. If you can have a go at the questions on the worksheet now, make sure you are writing out your question, and I'm going to say for at least the first 6 or 7 questions of each type, You need to be showing me you're working. After that, if you can get into the swing of it and get into the habit of this, I'm going to say that you can go straight to the answer. But I need to see working for, as I said, at least 6 or 7 in each section and of each type, so that I know that you've got the understanding of where the answer comes from.